Hello, welcome to Dragon Quest XI for the Nintendo Switch. I'm your host Liam. We're continuing our playthrough. The three-eyed griffins are beautifully winging their way through the fields. We're talking to Veronica and Jade and Serena, and the more I use Jade, the more I like Eric. Let's be real. Let's be honest about what's happening. I think that red star thing that was on my map is gone. Or was it not? Yeah, there's a red star. I don't know what this red star means. How do we warp to it? Why isn't it not on my local map? We're gonna try to explore the region just a little touch more. Try to get a better idea of what's going on. But we shall see. We shall see. I'm not gonna invest the whole evening in it. Can you imagine? 7 hours of Star Hunter. Okay, so there's a place that's suitable for adventurers of a higher level than ours. So we won't be going there. It's a very quiet horse. Not very clip-cloppy. It's not very anything. Never gets upset. That's how it goes. So, Dragon Quest. It's been really exciting. It's been a lot of fun so far. It's been a hoot of a game. It's very pretty. It's a very beautiful game. The characters are really rich and interesting, and they have interesting backstories and compelling relationships to each other that make me interested to play more. The world is goofy and fun and irreverent. It's a silly place. But still, it's not so silly that it's like eye-rolly. You can get invested in it, even if it's kind of goofy. I like it. So far, I'm really impressed.
And don't come back.
Bum ba bum 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 ba bum. Knife and some dudes. A lot of times I find in these types of games when they let you do auto combat that feels like admitting the combat is too boring to actually play. But I find in this game it's a little more measured. But manually doing the combat is not that slow compared to doing it automatically, if you know what you're doing. And because of the exploration elements of the game, sometimes you are going back to previous locations and fighting fights that are worth fighting, but not necessarily worth really smashing the buttons for. See ya.
You mustn't push yourself. Woo!
Part of it's the game does a really good job of just playing itself. And you know, sometimes that's valuable. Sometimes that's just the feature you're looking for. Sometimes the thing that you're excited about is not mashing your way through a bunch more fights. And you know, that's not so bad. I wonder if you can ride the horse through the waves. I'm guessing yes. But we're gonna test this hypothesis. Yeah, the horse doesn't mind. It's not exactly a seahorse. More a shallow beach horse. Oh, Tay. So, I went out of my way last time to not advance the plot and go to the exact opposite spot that the game had encouraged me to go. Which is very like me. So this time we're going to go a little bit back. A little bit back. A little closer to the track. We're going to play a little nicer this time. Good work, Squiddo. Quite the jump. Eric's a real jumper, though, eh? Miasmas. I guess it doesn't matter too much about who's in combat at any given time, because what's the word? The experience gets shared evenly. Oh, maybe we can do the pep power thing
I'm here to help.
back in. Not Dundrasil, the other place that's like a wreck. Can I zoom off the boat? Yeah, we can. Zwardrust. That's what I'm thinking of. Now that Serena's got her pep power, we should be able to finish that quest. It's already nighttime too, so it's very fortuitous. I have to change my tactics. So that I can control what happens here, but I'm not worried about forgetting. On account of the fact that I'm currently thinking about it. Everyone, follow orders.
Let's do this.
Hit the chimera. You can crack this cycle. Hey there, Cat Donuts. Doing well. I'm trying to do this quest where I have to use the old pep power on the old dead knots. But I guess the right people aren't pepped up, so I don't know, man. These are confusing. I learned that if you put your people into the reserve, they'll hold on to their pep power, and so you can just like cook it. You can just get ready. So maybe I'll have to do that. How you doing there, Cat Donuts? Are you doing good? You having a good one? Having a good life? Things treating you well? Wow, 700 monsters. Potties. I've got a few more palos in my squad there. The community has grown. Oops, shouldn't hit the mic like that. Alma mater. Cool. What is it, care prayer? Squiddo, okay. So Squiddo needs to be pepped as well. Yeah, so as soon as Squiddo gets pepped up, we should be able to do it just fine. Just dandy.
Okay.
We're halfway there, right?
Yeah.
I can make it happen. Good work, Veronica. I got the old man Rab and his traveling companion Jade. Some Inktober today.
Veronica wins again.
Oh hey, it is the video gamer. Is this some sort of video gaming club we have going on here? How's it going, Beat? I'm trying to do this this quest where I gotta say a little prayer for the dreadnoughts. What are you drawing for Inktober there, Cat Donuts? What if you tried to draw ink? Be very meta exhibition. Amen. Thank you. It's a literal prayer. How's your day going, Beat? You got any fun stories? I'm using whack like it's Smash Bros. Online. Yeah, I don't know. I want to find out though. We will. We can work that out.
Easy peasy.
Your sister arriving tomorrow, eh? Doing a lot of cleaning. Is your sister a neat freak, or was your home basically a sewer? Do you live in a sewer? If you do, that's okay. Been doing it for 6 years. Your theme is I'm old, tired, and you get what you get. That's funny. Hey, you know, our theme's a theme. It's pretty neat otherwise. Well, that's good. Don't have your work cut out for you, cleaning wise. There's not, some people do like similar things to like Inktober, but for writing music, but I don't think it translates well in the same way. Like writing 8 bars of music could either be an absolutely incredible amount of work, depending upon what you're writing, or it could be like you could just make 8 whole notes and you're done in 20 seconds. Enjoy your meal. Someone's got to feed Audubon Pal. That's just some of them. There's a bunch of them hidden. Things that I never show anybody. But you just sort of have to be around in order to learn. Yeah, you can only use you personally can only use one of the commands like every 30 seconds, just to prevent people from deafening me with Weemos and Voomies. I think it's fair. I would have set it to something shorter than that if it let me. This is how you try to reel me in. Keep on learning potential commands. Well, if you're here for long enough. We're not like hiding them from people. I don't know. I kind of like that stuff. I like that there's almost like a channel lore or whatever. But it also creates this thing where it's like, here's a game design concept for you. So there's an idea in game design is to create more content than you ever expect the player to encounter. Because even if there's still a finite amount of content in the game, because obviously there's a finite amount of content in the game, this is a video game, not magic. So long as your players don't actually ever experience everything, it creates the impression that there could be an endless amount of content. The world is infinite and therefore as real as the one that you and I live in. Think about that. Some game designers think that's hooey, because why would you ever pay to make content that no one actually ends up playing? And that's a really bad waste of your budget. And instead, they just make like the first 2 hours of the game really good. And then after that, it's just like, man, whatever. It just becomes a collectathon. Different philosophies. Care prayer, let's do it. Have a little prayer for me, oh. Beat a bop and beat a bow. What's that song called? Probably Have a Little Prayer. Sweet. Thematically appropriate. Pet powers. Mike is loud to do. So if that doesn't satisfy the quest, I quit video games forever. I'm just gonna learn how to do lithography, I think. Alright, it was good. There's whoopee. I want to get that sound effect of Luigi saying goody from Smash Bros. Like the goody. I just haven't done it yet. I'm always up for suggestions though. This is part of how it happens, right? Is people suggest things, and then I add them, and then just tell them about it. So it's their little secret. You know, it's nice to feel special. You know, hey, I got you guys. I got you something. It's just for you. And you can share it with other people if you want, but if not, I'm not worried. I know, I've got my favorite ones, because I use them too, right? I really like this one.
Mission complete!
That's one of my my favorite sound effects in all of gaming. There's another one that I've been meaning to add, which is like the wonderful line read from Pokemon Snap. I don't know if you remember that, if you guys played Pokemon Snap. When you give Professor Oak a really good photo, he says wonderful in a really funny voice. Wonderful! Or whatever it is. I want to do that, but I have yet to actually go grab it. What a serene robe. I really feel it. Pokemon Snap was really good. I still got my cartridge over there. Now that's a game. That's a game that needs an HD remake. Totally forgot about that. Wonderful. I don't know if my impersonation is any good, but in my memory, my impersonation is really good, if that makes sense. According to how I remember it. That's a dead-on impression. Does my boat teleport with me? Why is the star moving? What is the star even for? Wonderful. Maybe one of these next couple of days I'll go find a sound effect for that. The easiest way, I'm not trying to convince you guys to do work for me, but honestly, the easiest way to get like these commands made is when people send me the sound effects. And I'm not saying that that's because that's right. I'm not saying that you should spend your time sending me sound files to my lazy butt. Just saying, like, realistically speaking, that's the way it actually happens. Because I get excited, and then I get so excited that I forget entirely when I stop streaming, and then go to sleep. Found it before you finish your spiel. What's this?
Wonderful.
Exactly. If there was a way so I've looked at that one before. But the issue is if I can get it without the music playing behind, then that's the holy grail, as it were, right? That's the challenge. I'm sure somebody has like dumped all the assets from that game and has isolated that sound. It's out there, I know. Yeah, I don't know what that gold star means. I'm just not gonna worry about it too much. It might mean that that's where my boat is. But I'm not sure. I don't know what that means. Anyways, we gotta go to the boat. We gotta go to the boat. Wonderful. Pokemon Snap. That game's got a lot of really good music too. That's on my hit list for Octorok stuff. We kind of have to balance like the songs that I want the band to play, because obviously like I write the best arrangements that I write are for melodies and songs that I care about, right? I have a personal connection and authentic interest in writing for. Okay, so you Googled it. But sometimes the games that I'm most interested in writing music for, people don't care about. Maybe people would get behind a Pokemon Snap cover, but it's not exactly like one of the big games in video game music. Okay, so I Googled it. I was gonna say this, but it's not spoilers. It's frickin' you. What do you mean it's frickin' you? You're talking about the post-secondary. The star is you. Oh, interesting. Yeah, I don't think that's a spoiler. I think it's just like a basic gameplay mechanic that I just like somehow missed. I would say that is not a spoiler. So the star on the mini map is me. I wonder why I didn't notice it for so long.
Thank goodness.
I don't see no star there. We'll test this theory. It's not that I don't believe you. It's just it would be weird that I'd not noticed that until now. Mines are weird though. Sometimes that's how it goes. You look at something for hours and then it only occurs to you later that you've been seeing it. Sometimes your mind is so caught up in looking at the other things on the screen that you just don't notice something, or something changes so that you see that thing you've been looking at the whole time in a completely different light, and then you don't remember it. There's no like continuity. Oh, for sure. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with like. I know there's nothing wrong with my taste in music. Anybody who says I don't like good music can go run a lap. Not that I'm about to get into fights about that, because it's just like, this is taste. It's just subjective, right? You like what you like. There's no arguing about it. But part of it is like, you know, trying to build the band to a point where we're a household name. You have to be tactful about the stuff that you want to play. Well, you know, we want to play songs from games that people relate to and are going to be excited about. You know, it's important. It's not just about me, right? Name 3 random songs you like and you have listened to. And you listened to recently. Go. Okay. What do you say? There's a really good saxophonist and arranger out of New York called Lucas Pino that John, the tenor saxophonist from Rock, put me on recently, and he leads a large band as well. I think it's a 12-piece band. So a lot of the writing for a 12-piece ensemble is really similar to what Rock does, even though it's quite a few more horns, but it's not enough to be a big band. So that's been really interesting to me, because he's a really good writer, and it's like stylistically it's not the same, because he's playing like mainstream, like legit, like art music, and not that art rock isn't art, but we have a different audience, we have a different focus, right? We're not releasing jazz albums and trying to get interviews in Downbeat magazine and do the festival scene, right? It's a different application. So yeah, I've been listening to a lot of Lucas Pino lately in my off hours. There's a particular song which I don't know if it's the best one, but on his album, what is it? I think it's called Almost a Computer or something. That's Not a Computer. I forget what it's called. Maybe it's That's Not a Computer. Anyways, the song's called Baseball Simulator 1000, and it's this really stupid like 1.5 minute long thing just over like a jazz funk groove with like nice blatty sounds and the trombones and the baritone saxophone. It's yeah. I don't know why that's of all the fantastic stuff on a bunch of albums of his that I've been listening to, for whatever reason, Baseball Simulator 1000 is the one that speaks to me. Maybe it's because just where my head is right now. It's the one that sounds the most like it could be an Octa Rock chart, if that makes sense. Sure love that baseball. Yeah, I don't care about baseball at all. No, like, I've played a lot of sports in my life and have enjoyed them thoroughly. Baseball has not really been one of them. Okay, that's song 1. All these songs are going to have really long stories, okay? Because that's kind of me. I like... The thing that floats my boat is that it's lighter than the volume of water it displaces, okay? That's what floats my boat. So another song that I've listened to lately is the song Maze from the Lizard soundtrack. Lizard is a game for the NES that Brad Smith made. You might know him in the chat as Sick on a Cow or Sack on a Cow, or he's Rain Warrior on Discord. But he made a game called Lizard for the NES. He's also a very good composer. He's a very good composer. Anyways, Octa Rock is putting together a little thing. I'm not going to talk much about it because that would be irresponsible. But right now I'm transcribing it, like I'm writing it down on the old paper, so that I have everything, so that I can then do things with the things. announcements to come later. Also, you know, it's, as we've been saying, that's show business, baby. None of these things are ever like 100% firm until they're released. That's also how it goes, right? I've worked on way more games that never made it to the public than have ever got published, so yeah. The old chickens hatching eggs, you know, you get it. Ooh, actually. Found the Lizard soundtrack, it's really good. Brad's a great composer. Brad has a really great album called Classic Chips. You can find it on Bandcamp and you can find it on Bandcamp and on iTunes and whatnot. So that's one of my favorite pieces of his. It's an album of chiptune arrangements of classical themes. Like there's some Debussy, there's some Ravel, there's some Brahms there. I think there's a couple Bach pieces. It's really, really nice. Yeah, Classic Chips. It's really good. Yeah, I've sold more than a few copies of that album through this live stream. I promise I don't make a cent. I'm only recommending it because it's so good. But like Perseoped is probably my favorite rendition on that album. I'm not listening to that album right now, but that can be my third one, Perseoped, by Debussy, as arranged for chiptunes by Brad Smith. That can be my third one. What about you guys? What are you guys listening to? What are you dudes is listening to? Look down there at the freaky monsters. Look at them. Look at them. There's some sort of signs on the ground. Crop things. I don't know. What's up, my dude? Yeah, there's definitely been a few times. Yeah, I guess there was one time on stream when I was playing Dragon Quest Builders or something. I forget what game it was. Not much now, which is why you asked. If you ever need any recommendations, I'm usually actually pretty terrible to ask for music recommendations for, because I usually whatever I'm listening to is for work. Like, it's not that I'm complaining or whatever, right? But the thing that I'm usually listening to, like, is this piece of music I'm working on. And then as a result, right, like, when I'm done work, I don't really like listening to music that much. This is like my ears are worn out. That makes sense. But it's like, in the process of producing, say, like Chemical Plant Zone, which is Octorok's most recent video, you know, if we look at the timeline, let's say like day 0 is I'm transcribing it, right? So I'm writing down all the different parts just by listening to the song in order to make sure I have the melody and all the harmony and everything correct, just so I have like the right source material to arrange with. So I'm listening to the song a bunch through that. Then I'm arranging the song, right? So I'm giving the notes to the horns and deciding how the song is going to go and all that stuff for the Octorok version. So then after that, I'm practicing my part, right? Like I'm learning my own bass part specifically to get it up to speed to record with. And then after that, we're doing rehearsal, right? Then we go and record, and I play it again. Then after recording, I have to mix it, you know, do the whole computer thing to make it sound really good. And then after mixing it, I need to make a music video out of it in order to have a music video for you to watch. I don't know. Maybe that one didn't need an explanation. That's why I'd make the music video, so one exists. So by the time I'm done, by the time the thing's released, like, I've heard Chemical Plant Zone hundreds of times. It's like, yeah. It's in there, and that's one song. It's one. So it comes to the point where, like, it's not that I don't like music or whatever. It's not that I don't listen to music for for entertainment, but sometimes I put on the news. Sometimes I listen to audiobooks. Ooh, crafting comfortable clothing. Robes of Serenity. That's the only type of clothing that's comfortable. Yeah. Yeah, and to be clear, I'm not complaining or whining about it or whatever. It's nice. It's nice to get to know pieces of music that well where I wouldn't I wouldn't go so far as to say like I know every part, because obviously like I've forgotten it. You got to move on to the next thing, right? But to have one time completely understood everything that was happening in a song is kind of cool. And then it goes. You remember what you remember. You retain what you retain. Your influences are what they are. Yeah. So that's usually why my answer to what are you listening to is usually not very good. Because it's like I'm listening to the same song 100 times. It's good stuff though. Patreon.com/DrRockMusic. Yeah, that's the Liam Gallagher story. More than you asked for. Who wants crab?
May heaven's wind propel thee hence.
Yeah, I do my best to not be any hedge wizard, you know? To not be a dilettante. Try to learn subjects as deeply as I can. Live and learn, hanging on the edge of tomorrow. Usually I'm pretty bad. Sometimes like people are like, oh, you're a musician, you must know song whatever. I've never heard of any song. I don't listen to the radio. I don't remember the last time I bought a CD. I don't know about the band you like. I just don't. I just don't. No, I don't know that song. I recognize that it was a song lyric by the way you intonated it in the chat, but I just guessed at what the melody could be. Yeah, it's funny. It's funny. I guess like anything else, Sonic Adventure 2. Oh, it's one of those Sonic songs that has lyrics.
Easy peasy.
I cannot abide by that. Those bug me. I'm one of those people who I have a hard time with song lyrics in games. I'm one of them. I know. I'm not saying you shouldn't do it. I'm just saying that it's gonna upset me. Are these other boats?
Our work isn't done yet.
Rip Snake Eater? Yeah, all that like... No thanks. I'm quite good without it. Thank you very much. The closest I'll come is like that song from Smash Bros. Da-da-doo, a thing will I do, doing the stuff and it is really cool. Undying light. Do you know that Sakurai wrote the lyrics to that song? Isn't that incredible? What a guy. But is Metal Gear even a game? There's large portions of Metal Gear games that are not video games. Yeah, Sakurai is like... He's a work of art. Aloha, travelers. Don't stop here. These waters are safe. Sail on. Sail on. Okay. Yeah, to be honest, I haven't looked into the credits, but I know that, like, learning other stuff about him, that the music production and, like, the CD quality audio with real recordings of orchestras and whatnot are an important part of the game to him. Like, it's no trifle. I think it's like he identifies the value of a score performed by humans as something that imparts more than just like the tunes, the songs. But it's more than just like giving good performances of the fun music or whatnot. So those live performances imbued everything that happens alongside the music with a sense of vitality and passion. And, you know, computer music is cool and all, right? Yeah, synthesizers. I'm not a Luddite, right? But this sequenced music just will not have that same quality, the same intensity. Obviously, there's different types of intensity you can get from sequenced music, but it's different. It's different. Alright, sounds good. Have fun cleaning. I'll be here. I'll be here a while.
Oh, here we are in beautiful Lonalulu, a seaside paradise that Shell tells me is home to the prettiest pals in all the world.
Him doing an accent of him doing an accent.
Pearls.
We're several layers deep in fake
Bright
accents.
blue waves, pure white sands, and fabulous jewels just lying on the beach. Truly, darlings, this is the promised land.
And that woman's here. Doesn't look like anybody's around.
Although it does seem a little less promising than I expected. Where is everybody?
Were the legends not true?
Something's not right here. Still, it's not our problem. Let's just find this Kai guy and get out of here.
Sup? Welcome to Lonalulu, the seaside paradise of crystal waters and perfect pearls. No, she's upbeat about it. She was waiting for us. I would like 6 pearls, please. Oh, Tentacular's been stirring up trouble in the seas out there. Okay, so those were pearl boats. Love video game music. Thanks, Audubon Pal. Audubon Pal shills hard, so I don't have to. That does sound like a weird family, but you know what? She's probably got her reasons. Oh, Doc Cats. I only got married last month, and now my honey has gone away to fight the Tentacular. Oh no. Maybe we're gonna have to do some heroic acts to make sure her husband gets home. Boom, the day has begun. I don't know why she does it. It was something against the heads. You can just get rid of the cannon. But hey, maybe you don't need me to solve your problems. Where's she getting all the gunpowder? How does she afford it? That's what I want to know. I'm curious about the economics of firing this cannon every morning. shelf full of rippledables. What's up, kiddo? So, the mermaid we talked to seemed pretty legit. That being said, she did want something from us. She's motivated. So, who knows? Can we really trust her? Vote 1. We got a bank, we got a bed. There's the inn, I guess. Got a weapon shop. I think I blew all my money on gambling. Armor shop. Probably have a lot of junk I can get rid of though. Ooh, I like this door. That's nice. I'm tempted to go for that chest, but we're gonna leave it for now. Interesting. A cautery sword. Eagle dagger. Give him a second one. I don't know about these staves. I can't tell the difference, honestly. Yeah, I'm not really sure. Not really sure what the difference is even. Seems like it's mostly like secondary abilities that are different between them, but oftentimes it's kind of hard to see them for the like purchase screen. So it's like I don't even know what I'm doing. I don't know how good these are. I guess I bought one elsewhere, right? I can get rid of this one. Got this agility ring. I don't really need this iron service. Yeah, it's a lot of agility for not that much less attack. Also some good defense. Let's do it. Let's give her that agility. Don't really know what that stat does. We're going to be a good little Squiddo, and we're not going to go rob the shop. The weapon shop of all places. Where I imagine the staff might know a thing or two about separating people's hands from their bodies. It's a cool little inn. Being run by children, it seems. I guess maybe tourists are being scared away by the monsters. Aw, she's so grateful to her children's. Mama's my. She's not feeling good. I'm looking after the inn for her. She told me exactly what to say. Here goes. Ahem. Welcome to our inn, weary travelers. Would you like to spend the night or rest a while? In either case, I can offer you a rate of 105 gold coins. I'm looking after the bank until my papa gets back. It's funny how Aiden just knows what my balance is. I'm not going to nitpick, though. It's just a game. It would be very tedious if I had to give him like a bank card and I had to like put in my PIN or whatever. Cool item shop. What do we got here? It's been 50 years since I started running this place, and now this. I guess the monsters are causing Causing trouble? Thin sense. Enlightening odor. We'll pick one up. What's in here? I love the layouts of these homes. I would live here. Okay, so they protect you from wind. All those items are cool and all. Like I'm into games that have that kind of equipment. But I found that because there's no real risk into the combat so far, I haven't had much of a need to like actually optimize my party in any way. It's more just been for fun, right? Quiet kid. To tell the truth, I never liked the idea of him sailing the other men. If you ask me, to avoid trouble. It's a strong indictment of Kai. What did he do wrong? Kai and me, we don't really get along. Just gotta try and be so serious. The guy needs to loosen up and let his hair down once in a while. You, however, are extremely lighthearted. Just telling strangers about how much of a dingus Kai is all day. Just waiting around to tell anybody who'll listen about how stupid Kai is. Giant squid had some other idea. He doesn't want, so he can't get his pearls. The squid is hurting the pearling industry. Which I guess is also a type of knitting. Meow! Baja, 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 baja. I found a pearl nonetheless, though. Those are probably valuable, but whatever. Mine now. This looks like a somewhat more officious place than where I just was. Or than the rest of the village, rather. Maybe some sort of mayoral hut. Okay. Up the mountain we get. Looking forward to getting that magic key so I can see what all the nonsense is about. All these locked doors, just going on a looting spree. Seated defense. Let's go. There's nothing I love more than the cannon fire. As far as I'm concerned, every day should start and end with a bang. My late husband, rest his soul, made all the cannons you see dot around the village. He made them just for me. They're louder than anything. I'll fire one again and the sun sinks below the horizon. So keep your ears open. Ho ho ho. You are a weirdo, but whatever, I like you. Just don't fire a cannon at my boat there. Hopefully she's firing blanks. Well, I'm glad I paid for the thin sense. But you know what? That's okay. That is okay. Anyways, just looking at that sloped texture. Kids look like they're arguing out there. This is a lovely little village. But yeah, it does seem a little depopulated. Go around smashing other stuff. What do these kids have to say? Is that you?
Look, look! Auntie's here! The show's about to begin!
Puppet show, maybe?
Are you all paying attention? Good. Then I'll tell you the tale of the terrible curse that befell our village long ago. The curse of a crafty creature with a face as pretty as a pearl, but a heart as black as coal.
Okay.
Now, let's begin.
Okay. Cutscene.
Once upon a time, a master fisherman lived in Lonalulu. He caught more fish and gathered more pearls than any of the other men in the village.
It's cool.
The mayor of Lonalulu, the big kahuna, was very fond of this fisherman and offered him the hand of his beloved daughter.
Oh, the
The
patriarchy.
fisherman and the kahuna's daughter agreed to be married, and the future of the village looked bright. Until the day of the storm. The fisherman was caught up in a terrible tempest, and he and his catch were thrown into the ocean.
Oh no! And then he learned to breathe underwater.
As he sank through the water, he saw the pearls he had gathered shining like stars all around him. The light faded, and he prepared to meet his maker.
When?
But instead, he met her. A mermaid more beautiful than any creature he had seen before. She held him in her arms and whispered in his ear, "I will give you your life if you give me your soul." Many days passed and the fisherman did not return. The people of the village thought him dead and held a funeral for him on the beach. But just as they were beginning to sing his soul into the next world, he appeared, exhausted but alive.
It's crawling out of the waves.
The kahuna's daughter was overjoyed to have her beloved home and stayed by his bedside night and day, nursing him back to health. But the fisherman was no longer the man she knew. All day he would stare out to sea, muttering over and over, "I must marry that mermaid."
And was that Kai?
Then one day, he threw his fiancée aside
Oh, no.
and ran to the harbor screaming, "I must go
Looks like she
back to
headbutted
her."
the old man.
The kahuna was furious.
And his daughter headbutted him in the chest.
He banished the fisherman from the village and burned his boat so he could never set sail again.
Poor guy. My boat.
And so, the man who was once the pride of Lonalulu spent the rest of his days alone on Saikiki Beach, haunted by the mermaid who stole his soul.
Saved his life. I don't know. Would they have been happier if he died?
That's all for today, children. I'll tell you the rest of the story tomorrow.
When the mermaid gets a Ferrari.
Mermaids are scary! Whoa! The mermaid's coming to steal our souls! Run!
Aloha,
Sure.
friends. Is there anything I can do for you?
We would like to speak to Kai.
Maybe. We're looking for a fisherman called Kai. Do you know where we can find him?
Oh my! What a coincidence! You must be looking for my son, Kainui. Are you friends
possible.
of his?
Wouldn't say we're not
Afraid
friends.
he's not here at the moment. All the men have sailed west to fight the giant squid that's been attacking our ships. If you want to hurry things along, maybe you could go lend a hand. Once that monster's dealt with, they'll all come back to the village, sure enough. But be wary, friends. That squid isn't the only danger out on the seas. Don't let a crafty mermaid make you all pupule. I'd hate to see you go crazy.
I don't know. The mermaid we talked to seemed pretty legit. I mean, you guys probably know more than I do about mermaids, but just on direct experience alone. Actually, never mind. I'll tell you the password instead of slacking off. See you in Talkington, little Talkle friend. I guess we gotta go west and go fight Squid Lord or something. This is a fun little temple altar thing. Like how the religion seems to be regionalized in a neat way. But they all seem to be part of the same, I don't know, one unit risk piece faith. But there's like regional differences in terms of the way it's practiced. It's a nice little touch. Boom, boom. What's she talking about? Are there any mermen? I find these stories dubious. Vilifying foreign beautiful women. Does that ring a bell? When has that happened before? Oh, this is canon here. Cool. Wow. Okay, well this is the House of Cannons. Canley's house. There you go. The cat in the yard. Yo! Something about cannons. The deadly denizens of the deep. The fourth deadly denizen, mermaids. Mermaids were easily recognized. Their upper halves taking the form of human women, lower halves of fish. Their voices are prodigiously beautiful, and many men have been seen sleep with their dulcet tones, only to be dragged down to their inky depths, have their souls devoured. Should you ever spot a beautiful woman in the water at sea, do not call her to her, no matter how tempted she may be. For she is almost certainly a mermaid, and will want nothing more than to sing you sweetly to sleep. Sleep from which you will never awaken. So sort of like mermaid siren combo situation happening here. Dave, legend. We're gonna hold on to that. Despite his humble beginnings as a farmer's son, our hero's winning personality and superior physical strength enabled him to quickly climb the ranks of the Zwaardustrian Royal Navy. But when his beloved king fell ill, he became pink-masked privateer, striking fear into the hearts of the vile scum of the seas, and expressing his grief in an incident that soon became infamous around the world. With the help of a mysterious traveling entertainer friend, he somehow managed to paint the mast of every ship in the inland sea. Frigates, freighters, clippers, and caravels, a shocking shade of pink. Even to this day, that bold and brilliant gesture is burnt into the memories of seafarers everywhere. The name Dave, into the hearts and minds of admirers everywhere. I know a Dave. Is that the Dave of our boat? Or is that just a coincidence? Could be. This is also a work of fiction, right? So a lot of times those types of coincidences aren't in a carefully crafted creative writing. Word that starts with C. Choice. No, bad. I failed you with my puns. I'll try again next time. Look at all those watermelons. Watermelons are good. I can't remember the last time I had watermelon. Sometimes it's past summer. Wish they were like in season. A dollop of horse manure. Great. Ontario is not the best place for growing watermelon. That's where I'm from. I can only assume that we'll go fight the squid and then all the dudes will be back in town. The dudes are back in town. We shall see, though. We shall see. I mean, he's decked out in pink. All signs point to probable. Boom, boom. I recall they were all out here. Yep. This ship does not seem to have a pink mast, though. So what do I know? You'd think it was talking about Sylvando and David. Before they weren't so happy.
These must be the gallant squid hunters. I wonder which one's our blushing husband to be. Yoo-hoo! Over here! Excuse me, which one of you big brave boys is Kai?
He's got a good set of pipes. If they can hear him from there.
They look like they're saying something, but I can't quite make it out. A good view? I love you?
Look behind you.
Above you?
Look out! Up there!
Is it a flying squid? How did that boat get there? This is a big squid.
Oh, you have got to be kidding!
Oh, Eric. Largle, argle, argle. Okay, we can take this. We can make this work. Zun, zun, zun. Tentacular draws near.
Okay, here we go.
So there's others? There's things other than this? Okay, we're gonna change our tactics. Don't rock the boat, baby. Don't tip the boat over. We're not gonna do that. Okay. I mean, I guess I figured there was going to be a fight, but I thought I maybe would get a chance to change my lineup. Oh well. Use that sap. Oh, he's considered to be multiple targets. I understand now. I think I understand anyways. We'll see how this goes. Donk. It's a regular old heal on our pal Squiddo. I don't know, let's try it.
Do you?
It's not bad. It might be worth getting rid of one of these tentacles. Yeah. Rather than trying to, like, spread it out or whatever. That hurts. It's getting risky. Oh yeah, this is Veronica. Serena rather. Okay. We are gonna need some quality healing happening here in order to keep everybody up. Let's get Eric in the fight. Oh, Eric, you're here for 2 seconds. You're already getting tentacled in the face. Try Flame Slash. Okay, this is looking promising. I think this is the move. The regen. Keep everybody up. Yeah, that's working well for me, I think. I think right now the move is just to go on offense, to just deal attacks. I think that right tentacle is pretty close to going down. Yeah, looks like that. Okay, so it does no magic. Good work, Eric. He's thinking hard. Yeah, let's do it. 25. It's not as much as I was hoping for. It's a little closer. Heal yourself there, Serena. Try to make sure you don't get knocked out of the game, as it were. Focusing on the individual tentacles seems to be working out for me, so why not? There's a good hit. There's a good hit. I think Frizzle is what I'm looking for here. Let's hit him with a big old ball of fire. Fists indeed. Well, I guess, I don't know. Squinted hands? I don't really quite know how that works. I'm not an expert on that kind of thing. Squids could have hands. Why not? Who's to say they don't have hands? Alright, in you go, Eric. Nice. That was a big hit. Big hit, Eric. You're making it work. Sweet breath. Just the girls this time. Yeah, okay. That is more or less what I figured would happen, but now we know. Spreading the damage out a bit is good. It looks like they're also starting with fewer hit points than, or they're returning with fewer hit points than they started. Well, to a certain extent, there's nothing you can do, right? If the squid wants to protect itself, right, with its tentacles, I can't really stop it. You can't just target everybody, though. Come on, wake up, Veronica. Yeah, overall, it's not that much damage. Serena, wake up.
Watch out!
People are dying. I guess the best thing she can do is hopefully take that tentacle out. Not still up. Serena, please wake up. Okay.
I got this.
So, I know it all.
Yeah, say it looked bad, and it was bad. Having Serena out for so many rounds really hurt me there. Really hurt me. Okay, let's get people back up. First you, Squiddo. This is great news.
How wonderful.
Well, that's good that that's gone. Spatialization of that sound cue is really weird.
Thanks.
Get Eric some hit points. Okay. That's tough. That's tough. We gotta get this healing situation back under control, though. Oh, baby. That's gonna do it. That'll take off the offensive pressure for a little bit. So we'll be able to get it back to our feet after this. Yeah, what if my characters were... they had like items on that like defended them and stuff, instead of what I got on them right now, which is just like the extra gold item. I bet I can't. Oh, I could. Oh, I forgot. That's fine. I wonder. Let's just try.
Night, night!
We're almost there. We're almost back on our feet. Getting that regen thing back would be amazing. Alright, Veronica.
We do get him such scrapes.
Okay, we're in much better shape now. Okay. I think Bang's still the way to go. Spread that damage out. Oh, Eric. Probably can't put a tentacle to sleep, eh? It's interesting that there's not like a blocking animation, but rather like your character just attacks somebody else. Alright, well this is turning into a bit of a fight. Right here, this has turned into a bit of a different engagement. Veronica's down again. Okay. Yeah, I think that's the move. Yeah, I was gonna say, one of these days, that thing's gonna miss. Alright, well, I guess this is it. This is the point at which the game is finally difficult. We've been waiting a while for the game to be difficult. I think I could have handled this fight as is if I had just remembered about Eric's anti-sleepness. But that's fine. I've been super duper sleeping on the job in terms of like combat readiness, or however you might want to describe it. So I'm not
Why don't I show you how it's done?
oh hey, we're not even out. Jeez. Right, we got this whole other reserve force. See ya, Jade. Yeah, I guess Rab has all these abilities to bring people back up, right? Sylvando, like I haven't spent any of his skill points. He's got no equipment.
Back on your feet now.
Get up, Veronica. You're not dead yet. Hit him with a good old fireball. 91 points damage ain't bad. Missed them all. Hot mic. Zoobadoon babadoon dee dee. Oh, Sylvando. Get up, you idiot. Quit being so dead. Okay, well I didn't even lose.
Another day, another victory.
I guess a bunch of folks aren't gonna get the
Fabulous,
experience.
darling.
That's okay. That's
Not bad, eh?
It's an old JRPG convention, right? Where your fainted characters don't learn anything. How many skill points do you have, Veronica? Not enough to care. Not enough for it to matter. Blair. Squid's looking lively again. Dum, dum.
Thank you, thank you! Darlings, it was nothing, really!
It was really nothing.
Mahalo, mahalo. Whoever you people are, I can't thank you enough. But I can sure feed you enough. Tonight, we're gonna have a luau to remember, and you're gonna be the guests of honor.
Sounds good to me, baby.
Get ready to drink, dance, and fill your belly with fish till you fall down. Come one, come all to Lonalulu.
Sounds great. What happened to that boat that went flying? Are those people okay? Are we ever gonna hear from them again? No one seems to be that worried. Maybe I shouldn't be worried. If they're not worried, why am I worried? Peppy go lucky. Sweet. Good number of pet powers. 50,000 gold. Hey, why not? Okay. What's up, my dude? A few. Someone's tired from all that battling. Now the tentacles are taken care of, all the fishermen come back to the village. Let's go find Kai. Taking the victory party while we're here, though. Smash a few barrels. You know. You gotta treat yourself. Hey, you two. Wahaha, you did great up there. Wonder what they contributed to the fight. Your friend's a real cutie pie. Strong too. You can whisk me off my feet any day of the week. Is that Eric? Is that Rab? Sylvando? Keep looking. Hey, it's Dave. It's so much fun sailing with Silver and the shoulder sailor. It's my best mate. Feels like you've had a few, Dave. There you go. This guy's jamming. He's rocking out. Sure, yeah, very well. I call it Aloha, Old Tentacular. Aloha, O Ocean's daughter, stormy child of stormy waters. The heroes came and bashed your brains. We'll never see your like again. A masterpiece, would you agree? And to think I wrote it in a single night. Sometimes even I surprise myself. They're united once more. It's nice. It's good that they're not all dead. Did you get wrecked? It's amazing. I like it. Some drunken service of the faith. Drunken tending to the flock. Oh, so funny. Trashed priests. Nun, priestess, whatever. Everyone's just getting busted. Bottoms up, boys. Having a whale of time. He doesn't like the parties. You probably won't find him here. He's probably like chilling up there by that cannon. That's my guess. Wherever the cannon is. I think it's there. Sup, my dudes? Oh, I'm stronger than the stormy seas and swifter than the ocean breeze. Catch me if you can. I'm a Lonalulu man. Ugh. This is a wonderful party, darling. Make so many fabulous new friends. The giant calamari. Yeah, I guess you'd have a lot to eat. You have a lot to eat. Yeah, not everybody has bad things to say about Kai. Just because he wants to marry a mermaid. He's probably hurt that everybody in town says that the love of his life is some sort of demon creature. That would make me feel
And where do you think you're going?
ostracized.
You're off to look for Kai, aren't you? Well, I'm
I'm
coming
going with you.
Because Hendrik is going to be there. Surprise, it's me, Sir Hendrik. Where do you think you're
hello,
going?
Veronica. What are you doing out here?
Those stupid fishermen said the party was only for grown-ups, so they couldn't let me in. Is every bar in the world full of stubborn idiots or something? Anyway, you're going to look for Kai, aren't you?
Oh,
I've got nothing better to do, so I might as well join you.
I'd love to. I want to learn who the voice actor for Veronica is. She kills it. It's an incredible performance. I think he's up by the cannon. That'd be my guess. Okay. I don't know. That sounds legit. I might have been the demon squid's fault, but I still feel bad for leaving my wife and kids alone. So, whole pile of pearls to make up for it. Well, that's kind of you. I was sick with worry. Well, I guess his friend's boat is probably the boat that got tossed. Hey, kitty. So you must be Kai. Looking like Kai. Sure, that's me. Kai Nui. It's my mom. Everybody else just calls me Kai. What do you want? Michelle the mermaid. Cross-legged. It's a real conversation.
Sorry, but I'm not the man from your story. You must have me mixed up with somebody else.
With that hat, though. And
Don't
that
give us
eyeline.
that nonsense. We know you're the only Kai in Lonalulu. If you never meant to marry that poor mermaid, you should never have proposed to her.
Yeah, you dingus.
Hey, go easy on the accusations, will you? People here got no love for mermaids. If they think I do, I'll be in trouble. The Kai you're looking for is my grandfather, Kai Noah. I take it you've heard the tale of the mermaid's curse?
Yes, I have.
Yes, your mother told us all about it. But I can't see what an old fairy tale has to do with anything. You can't keep Michelle waiting any longer.
I think you got it wrong, Veronica.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. It's not a fairy tale, it's true. The fisherman from the story, that was my tutu, my grandpa. It all happened 50 years ago, and it happened just like my ma tells it. But the story didn't end there.
Ooh, spooky. It's the mermaid.
10 years after Grandpa got chased out of the village, the kahuna's daughter, Leilani, she married another man, and they had a kid together.
Okay. The plot thickens.
After the baby came, the people started to forget about Kainoa and the curse the mermaid put on him. Till one day, another great storm struck, even more violent than the one that sent my grandfather to the bottom of the sea. The kahuna's boat went down, and him and his daughter's new husband went with it. The men who survived went to break the news to Leilani, but when they got there, her and the baby, they were nowhere to be found. The villagers said it was the mermaid's revenge, that she took all 4 of them because she couldn't have Kainoa.
Interesting. Sounds like
So
there might be a
they lit
misunderstanding.
torches and they marched to Saikiki Beach to confront him. When they threw open the door of his hut, they couldn't believe what they saw.
1,000,000 pearls. He was blue.
He'd been living all alone for the last 10 years. But there he was with a baby in his arms. And the baby, it was dripping with water.
Did he save the baby? But then they accuse him of stealing it? Or killing people or something?
They ran off screaming, talking about how he must have had a kid with the mermaid. That was the last time anyone from the village went to Saikiki.
Interesting. Could be still there.
Wait, but that baby must have been your mother, which would mean she was half mermaid?
1/4 mermaid.
Would make
Which quarter?
you...
Cooley, don't even say it. My mother is a human being. My grandpa found her abandoned on the beach and raised her as his own. He never had a kid with a mermaid. That's just a stupid rumor made up by a bunch of superstitious fishermen.
I like his accent. He kind of sounds like he's from Wisconsin. Stupid.
That mermaid really is still out there somewhere waiting for Grandpa. There's something I want you to give her. Meet me on Saikiki Beach. It's on the other side of the cape. You can get there through the chapel at the back of the village. I'll leave the door unlocked.
Thank you, Kainui. We're gonna have to investigate this. Oh, what are you up to, Serena? Chalet. Oof. That's fast. We're gonna avoid that. We're gonna avoid that conversation. Let's go back to the good old-fashioned dragon questing. Not meddle in other people's situations. Let's go to this beach though. Yeah. I heard he went to the place with the things. Every guy must miss him. He was here a moment ago. Ran straight through the door. He didn't say hello. Since the past year, he's always been a quack boy. But he looked like he was biting his lip more than ever. It's a village graveyard, where the souls departed or returned to the ocean. I knew he always hated that place. Why would he go there now? We're about to find out, baby. File of magic water. It's quiet on Saikiki Beach. Look at these graves. Look at these grave markers. Look at this. It's nice. Checking out the highlights of the scenery. It's very pretty. You got starfish and shells and stuff. Jeez, what a world. What was that? It's a very small grave. Hopefully not for a small occupant. Beautiful view of the ocean. What's going on here? Let's case the joint before we go in. Nice. I don't know how many medals I am away from the next thingy on that scorecard. We can check soon, I'm sure. Alright, let's go in.
This veil was my tutu's. Ma said when she found him after he died, he was just lying there holding on to it. Guess there was a reason I never threw it away. If you really know where to find that mermaid, I want you to take it to her and tell her he's dead.
I don't know if she'll like that, but hey. You gotta tell the truth, you know? Gotta be honest.
Look, I'm sorry if I was kind of short with you back there, but it hasn't been easy for me and my ma. After Grandpa died, they let her go back to the village and marry a local guy, but it didn't stop folks talking.
Stigma.
But she rose above it, turned it into that story show of hers, and now that's how she makes her living. She's a smart woman, tough too. I hate that mermaid for what she's put us through, and I don't want my kids to suffer like we have. The Kahuna's finally letting me sail with the other men. The curse is nearly undone. Please, take the veil and let that be an end to it.
I wonder what the reasoning, I wonder what the truth in the matter is. Is there really a mermaid's curse? Or is it superstition? Anything could be true. It's literally a world of magic. It's Dragon Quest, right? Could be anything. All right, I guess this gangway. Let's set sail and see what that mermaid's talking about. The plot has definitely thickened quite a bit since we were introduced. Okay, so that's Kai's place. I kind of want to hear the cannon thing before we leave. I want to hear that lady set off a cannon. What if there's other folks we can talk to? It looks like the party scene is over. No, it's just normal night. They're sitting out there before the dawn, waiting for the sun to rise. Won't be last anytime soon. Okay, so maybe they're telegraphing that I just need to leave. And that morning is not coming. We'll run to the boat and check the sundial and see if it's where we're at with it. I am curious about that cannon though. I know it'll just be a sound effect that goes bang, but still. It is a setting detail that has piqued my interest. Yeah, the timer doesn't seem to have moved at all. Let's do it. Set sail. Set sail for adventure. I guess my boat seems to teleport around with me. Is that what we've learned? We're definitely going to change the party composition here. There we go. I think I'm liking that. I think we're going to stick with this for a while. It's just working for me, baby. But what about the boat? Does the boat teleport too? I don't know. I'm curious. Let's go get this, get the loot first. Hello again, my friend. I'm so happy you've returned. It's been so long since you went off. So long. You got a weird sense of time. Keep my tears at bay. But you don't need to know that. Seriously. Shh. The only thing that matters is that you're safe and well. So tell me, did you find my Kai? Is he as well as ever? Is he on his way to meet me here so we can be together? No. Tell her the truth. My Kai is dead. They can't be true. I don't believe a word. It's ridiculous. Ridiculous. Preposterous. Absurd. A net of pearls and seashells is a pretty cool band. See, my Kai made me this veil to wear while we were wed and clutched it as he passed away. You're saying he's dead? Can't be so. I know he'd never break that promise that we made. There must be some mistake. Oof. I need to meet the Kai you met. Oh. Oh, they're not gonna like that. Fall well behind. Okay, well. I guess we're forcing a confrontation, aren't we? Oh, this will be interesting. Okay, we need a weird plot armor. I don't know what's happening. Leave it to old Dave. A vicious and venomous ailment. Abandoned beach. See you back. This is my final plea. Would you please find that man you met and bring him back to me? Kai's not gonna like this. Kai's gonna be sad. He's gonna be angry probably. He's gonna lash out at the mermaid. And maybe we're gonna have to intercede. And the villagers are gonna be unhappy. So there probably isn't a curse. It sounds like Grandma made it up in order to get ahead in life. Just playing the game. Grandma's got to get paid. I guess this is all on the same night. That boat must be fast, eh? We've tried his house. No, we haven't, but I talked to him before. Talked to you before I get to his house, so thank you, Mr. Sarcastic. Something different this time. It's weird, I don't understand the subtext. Fine. What's up, my dude? Mahalo. Thanks, friend. Sorry for making you take care of that for me. Fix up your ship. Get some pearls, maybe? Just say the word. Promise is a promise. Lead the way. Well, that's handy. Makes sense, right? It's literally the plot, but if I were him, I would have more questions. But hey, if you were just like, yeah, just come to the beach with me, and he'd be like, okay, but why? He'd be like, just do it. He'd be like, yeah. We shall see, though. We're gonna head over to the beach. Let's see what the interaction is here. Could be trouble. This could be trouble.
Why have you brought me here?
That voice! It's music to my ears! I feel like I could cry. Oh, darling, tell me, is it you? My one and only Kai?
No.
Yeah, I'm Kai. Do I know you?
Full moon. It's me, mermaid.
What? You're a mermaid.
Well,
Silly me. I'm always far too quick to jump for joy. You don't know me. I don't know you. You're not my darling boy.
so how long do mermaids live?
No, I'm not. The man you loved, he was my grandfather. But he's not here anymore.
Yeah.
My darling Kai. My one true love. The one that I adored. You died alone and friendless on this cold and windswept shore?
I guess you probably learned those details from
How
us.
could I forget we mermaids live 500 years? Quick as a flash, a human life just ups and disappears. Without Kai, hours seem to pass too slowly to be true. But now I see cruel time was flowing faster than I knew.
If you're trying to drown yourself, it's not gonna work.
Thanks for finding Kai for me. You've been a proper friend. To trace my love across the sea until the bitter end. I said I would reward you, and I mean to pay that debt. You'll find your prize upon the selfsame island where we met.
These rhyming couplets.
I'm sorry I can't come along and see you on your way, but now I'm here, I can't go back. I think I have to stay.
Why, hello, Cheston. How's it going? This poor mermaid lady forgot that she lived to the age of 500. I do that all the time, too. If only we could hear what the bewitching melody sounds like. How you doing there, Cheston? She got legses now. What? Nice. Teaching those kiddos how to piano good.
I waited for you so long.
It's very sad.
Sun and stormy weather. But now it's time. At long last, we're going to be together.
Is she doing the thing? I think that's, is this what's happening? Is this tonight's program? The death of the mermaid person we just met? She's got legs now. Kai's like, don't. It's bad. I'm Kai now. I'm more Kai than...
Got your granddad's hands, you know. So
I'm more Kai than he
soft
ever
yet
could have been.
Strong and honest. The hands of one who'd never ever make a faithless promise.
Do you think she knows she rhymes?
A mermaid who sets foot on land will perish in the brine. But that's alright. I got to meet my darling one last time.
You got haikus and couplets. There's gonna be a place where people talking limericks.
If I had been a human, or if he had been like me, perhaps we could have lived together, happy as can be.
This is not ending well.
I'm a mermaid. He's a man. There's no point asking why. He was my one true love. But now, it's time to say
Don't. Shelly, please. Shelly, you're tearing me apart. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Well, that's sad. She just committed suicide. And all that's left is the translucent veil.
I can't stop thinking I've seen her somewhere before. Of course! Grandpa's cabin!
Got a drawing of her or something? The town only speaking Pig Latin could be a real thing. I believe that. Alright. It's Grandpappy's painting. Lighting change. What do we got here, Kai? Lay it to me. Give it to me straight. Who is that? Do you recognize that? It's Michelle. And there's a bigger one. There's a note.
A letter.
To my dear Michelle, please don't commit suicide. No matter what you do, don't become a human and kill yourself.
Dearest beloved, ever since you saved me on the day of the great storm, the dream of one day being reunited with you is all I have lived for. But now I fear that dream is over. Forgive me, my darling, but I cannot keep my promise. Some years after my boat was burned and I was exiled to this beach, the fishing fleet was hit by another great storm, and many people lost their lives.
Good hat choice.
The kahuna and his daughter Leilani's husband were among them.
Unnamed husband.
One night, not long afterward, I saw a woman standing on the cliffs. She had a baby in her arms. It was Leilani, the woman who was once to be my wife.
That cliff.
With her father and husband gone, she had lost all hope and all reason. I called out to her, but in her grief, she could not hear me.
This town has had so much tragedy.
Before my disbelieving eyes, she threw herself into the ocean.
But she dissolved.
I did everything I could, but only the baby survived.
Because Leilani was also a mermaid. No? Reading too much into it? Prove me wrong.
Kai?
That's not the baby talking?
You're sure you're fine to row back home? You're not in any pain? I wish you'd let me
Yes,
keep
exactly.
you till you're fighting fit again.
Don't worry about me, Michelle. You fixed me up real good. I'm fitter than ever.
The same hat? Or just a coincidence? Oh no, my forearm. I haven't done enough wrist curls. Yeah. I guess there's probably a lot of like
Kai, I know you've got to go.
11-year-olds
There's
playing
things
this.
you have to do.
10-year-olds.
Just promise me you'll be back
15-year-olds.
soon. I'll wait
We're
right
like,
here
I don't
for
understand
you.
why any of this is here. I don't have feelings yet. I'm 14 and I'm still a monster. I don't understand human relationships, so this is lost. Babies, gross. Babies aren't good at Smash Bros. Why do I care?
It's all my fault.
It's all your fault.
I'm sorry, Michelle. I can't leave. I can't just be thinking of myself anymore. This child needs me.
Also, I don't have a boat. And it's a long walk.
The villagers say you put a curse on me. but it's only because they don't understand. They don't want what happened to me to happen to anybody else. You have to
See, no
forgive them.
mermaid curse.
They don't know you like I do. They don't know you at all. And what they don't know, they fear.
Like the letter is written
I
widthwise.
sometimes wonder if you're still sitting there on that rock, still waiting for me to return. But it's too late for me now.
It was very
I'll
prescient
never
of
make
him.
it back there. I'll understand if you can never forgive me. But I want you to know one thing.
Never turn into a woman and kill yourself, no matter what. No matter what. It's my
I
only
love
wish.
you. I always will.
Oh, it's a lot less cheap than my thing. Okay, I'm sorry. Sorry for ruining the moment.
I'm sorry. I shouldn't have been so hard on you. Without you, I'd never have known all of this. Never met Michelle.
This painting is sick.
All this time, I hated that mermaid for what she did to my grandfather. But now I see how he really felt. He wasn't cursed.
He loved her.
really loved her.
Is love not a sickness, though? No, it's not. Well, that's cool. Sick painting. Lover's Veil. Wonder if I can add it to my inventory. What is this one of? If we can get the camera to clip through the wall, maybe we can look at it. I thought in that scene that this one, like this, was going to be like an even bigger painting. I thought that was going to be the reveal, which obviously that is stupid, but you know, that's what I thought. It's got a bust. It's got a little cottage there. It's pretty cool. This canvas has remained remarkably white through the ages. Sort of nice little landscape there. Looks like it's an oil painting. Give it its texture and its sheen. It's nice. Oil paintings are nice. It's good that he was able to paint so well from memory, eh? Are we just gonna leave that there, or what? Are we gonna go confront the villagers now for their superstition? Stevie Wonder's playing in the village. He's just like set up his piano. And he's just jamming on the beach. Now that would be quite a plot twist. If there was a cameo in this game by Stevie Wonder. I'm just being crazy, but we have made it so far. What a good game. What a good game. Are you done yet, Cheston? Have you played through the entirety of this here Dragon Quest? I see your videos going up. I'm still not watching them because obviously I'm playing the game and I don't want to ruin the surprise for me. But are you just like delayed in posting, or are you still playing? Nope, getting there though. You're streaming? I'm streaming, so you must watch. The law requires it. That's interesting. So are we like bound by a pact now? Where if it's like, if I want to, I can decide to ruin your life by just never stopping streaming? Because you never will be able to leave? Lean Galloper? The Tree Act of 2019. Lean Galloper. My doppelganger. Lean Galloper. So friends, where to next, huh? You're going to the bottom of the sea with the Mermaid Queen? Ha, you are a funny guy. Not that funny. La. Oh. The soundtrack's so good. Oh, we can buy pearls and stuff now. Oh. I guess not. Nah, I bust one day, but... one video a day. We play a few hours per session and then chop it up into a few videos. I'm big on the low post-production, so like I just highlight it and upload it. I think it's different because you have a much bigger following on the YouTubes than I do. I think my YouTube following is inclusive of you and Brad, but that's fine. That's all it takes. If you and Brad want to keep watching my videos, I'll keep highlighting them and uploading them for you. It's my pleasure. It's my pleasure. You started as if you're recording. Right, so yeah. I get that. You have a bit of a format you're sticking with. When I stream, I upload the full VODs. Oh, okay, interesting. Do you record offline or online for this one? Because I know some people like do it differently depending upon what it is that they're doing. I don't know. Some people, they're playing with format. What do we got? Lorelei's harp. How to play with harp. Step 1. Grasp string firmly. Dear friend, in reading this, it means I've gone away. I said it's true. I don't think I can stay. Thanks for all you've done for me. Please don't feel too sad. After my Kai, you're the kindest friend I've ever had. I promised that I'd take you to the mermaid seabed town, and though I can't come with you now, the harp will take you there. You'll find a shining whirlpool far inside the inland sea, sail over it, and strum that harp to meet her, the queen. Couldn't repeat that, couldn't hear. I was probably babbling. Please tell the queen I'm happy now. There's no need to cry. I'm finally returned with my dear darling husband. Perhaps one day you'll meet again, but for now, fare thee well. You'll be my friend until then. Yours sincerely, the mermaid. I asked whether or not you were recording your videos offline and then like uploading them for a little bit more of a higher polished thing, a little bit more of a sleek finish on the end. Some people, depending upon what they're doing, will like do that. They're going for okay, so you're going for a more of a polished approach. I've just been shooting these VODs up onto the old electric internet like it's nothing. No, just render and go. Just hit that. Just smash that. Just Control M it or whatever your video editor of choice renders based on. What do you use to edit your videos? Just out of curiosity.
Let's do this.
Fight wisely, everybody. I'm trusting you. Vegas? Cool. How does that make you feel? If it does H.264, it's probably just great for YouTube anyways, right? Nothing fancy. You Premiere in After Effects? Nice. I use Premiere Pro myself. I have a license for After Effects, but I haven't gotten into using it at all yet. I'm still getting my Photoshop and my Premiere skills going. I mostly use those for Octorok videos, right?
How wonderful.
I don't know if you saw the new Octorok channel art today, but I finished that up. All the different graphics that I'm going to be using for the music video and whatnot. Indeedly, the Lonalulu. Eventually, I'll learn After Effects, but it's lower on the list because we don't. For what I'm doing, I don't really need motion graphics in the same way that I just like need graphics. Such things can be overproduced, right? It's nice if there's a little bit of movement, but yeah, for sure. I've been learning a little bit about doing some composite photography for an upcoming Octorok video. I did some
Who else wants some?
test footage here in my apartment and and composited it together to try to create the look I'm going for the music video. But yeah, we'll see how that turns out. Learning it for the gig. You can't wait? Well, you're gonna have to. Eat it. Don't at me. No. It'll be out on, what? The 1st of December, I guess? Yeah, geez. This will be a while. 2.86 instead of 1. Rad, you got 40 skill points. You're so skilled. Nah, we're good. Some stuff I use Vegas. A little bit more complicated than use Premiere. Insane editing, you'll use After Effects. You'll have to give me a sick After Effects tutorial at some point. Some incredible harping. Oh, and it's like a pearl. It's like a pearl. You got it, baby. Yeah, the next video for Lab 16, Ruins and the End of Time, doesn't call for any composite video, which is good. The upcoming Octorok video should be more simple to edit, which gives me lots of time to get a head start on the next video, which is a secret still, but I'm going to be experimenting with some composite video, shooting some plates and trying to put some stuff over top of them. Not using green screens or anything like that, but just locking off the camera on a tripod and combining some footage. It'll be interesting. Let's see how it goes. No, we're good. So this lady is pretty like nonplussed about it all. She's like, yeah, whatever. You got a magic boat. It's fine. You wanna? She's like basically an elevator. I guess like. When you are an elevator, you probably get over the thrill of visitors. Well, how many people do you think come and visit? I guess the ship is in a bubble. We're actually not that far down. We're not so far down that you probably couldn't dive if you really set your mind to it. It's very beautiful down here, though. The way that the lighting is diffuse from the top of the waves is lovely. Rhyming couplet. This is the land of rhyming couplets. The water sledge. The rainbow glows brightly. One of the orbs must be nearby. Oh, okay, that's what this is. Wouldn't it always be glowing brightly? Because I'm holding like 2 of them right now, right? It'd just be going crazy. Or is it context sensitive? It knows a little bit more about what's going on. Alright, let's venture forth. I like how I can do a long jump now because we're underwater. Underwater physics. Alright, what's this place? Lemuria? What's it called? They got harps. They like singing underwater, however that works. They live in seashells. It's all very cute.
Criffins, this place is a veritable paradise under the sea. Just when you think you've seen it all, you find yourself in Mermaid Town.
So we can breathe underwater now? That harp is something else. Well, now we're here, I guess we can find out if that story about the giant pearl is just an old wives' tale or not.
Giant pearl.
Finding the orb is important, but we need to talk to the Queen first. We
Orb.
have to tell her about Michelle.
I think the orb is a little more important, but there's time for both, good people. It's not in a rush. We can spend a little time down here. How do I feel now that I know who I am? The luminary? Are you talking in game or like in real life? A skeezy musician dude trying to sell people magazine subscriptions to Octorok on Twitch. Is that dude asleep or dead or what? So, welcome all to Nautica. Okay, there we go. The realm beneath the foam. Your queen, Mariana's favorite guest. Marina's. Still at home. Dundersill, though. Yeah, I was pretty sad. Dundersill, I was a little bit more savvy. Like, coming into that, I was like, yep, I know what this is. We've been here before. But, the music of the mermaids is the power to ease your pain. Yeah, let's do it. Sick. That's an awesome mermaid job you just did. You get some sort of mermaid quest. Yeah, Dundersill was sad. I visited the ruins of Dundersill before advancing the plot, so like I had to backtrack there. I was just me being me. I did everything that wasn't the plot before I had to advance the plot. And so as a result, I was like, yeah, I know this. I've seen all this. Everything, I guess, other than like the altar up there. But that was a bit of a tear-jerking moment, too. For sure. The character development in this game is so good. I know I've talked about that a bunch on stream, so I'm not going to go on and on, but, like, I love how, even the fact that we're talking to some sort of, like, fishoid creature underwater in a mermaid kingdom, somehow these characters feel way more real and grounded than in so many games I play. Good writing for sure. Very insightful, I know. Quote from my playthrough. This is how you character. There you go. Well, you know, what your quote lacks in subtlety, it makes up for the lack of subtlety. It's Her Majesty's magic that lets you breathe. Oh, cool. Without it, we'd be goners. Suited to your palace. The pinnacle of the prominence, I speak, of course. Tower atop the hill. So it's not like space. You know how like a lot of space-oriented things, everything has to be like a hyper tower or like a Sonic hill or a height like an orbital whatever dingus. It seems like here they're just not. It's just a hill. It's not a sea hill. I want to go down there. I guess we're not playing Subnautica. It'll be okay. That's a shark. That's just a shark. I don't know. Am I going to get a good deal here or what? Okay. I'm not going to try to rob this place. Okay. There you go. I'm glad to hear that the people of Nautica are not underbanked. The access to credit in our modern world is very important. So much purple and blue in this place. Do you take money, or do we have to buy everything in like seashells? You are a robot. That's also very insightful. Panacea. Yeah, it's literally a panacea. Why would you not get a panacea? I don't know. We'll give the panacea to Eric. Have a panacea. When it comes to humans, many mermen are weary. They think they're scary, but compared to my little brother, they're like lovely little lambs. Lovely sea lambs. I like how the mermen are like these dudes, but the mermaids are like busty chicks in bikinis. Oh my. Dragon Quest definitely does not get many points for progressive storytelling, shall we say. But that's okay, it's a Dragon Quest game. We all knew that when we picked it up. Humans, what are you doing down here? Did you eat us? Just eternal strife. Just a stomach ache. Someone keener than Queen Marina. No gills, no fins, just a pair of limbs where the tail should be. My goodness, this human being underneath the waves. I've hoped to meet a human ever since I was in school, and now there's one in front of me. Wow, this is really neat. Chaotic evil? Oh, me? Breaking the rhymes? I don't know. I would say that's more of a just chaotic neutral thing. Excuse me. Chaotic evil would be replacing all the lyrics with something offensive. There's a hand-drawn book entitled Living With Me Under the Sea, with Takai, my guy, from Michelle, your bell, written on it. Squid takes from the shelf and has a closer look. Oh Kai, I can't just wait to live with you beneath the sea. A few rules to help you settle in more quickly. Damn. I accidentally rhymed. First, don't panic. Take it slowly. Breathe a nice deep breath. Panicking while swimming is a recipe for fatality. Next, no teasing. Just because a fish looks small and meek, his mum might be 10 times your size, and then you'll be up the crick. I guess. I think that's chaotic evil, is keeping all the same words, but changing their pronunciations so that they don't rhyme anymore. Yeah, exactly. Third, don't look up. I'm not sure if you've ever seen how water flows, but waves can often send the current right up your nose. Fourth, clean your gills. They're like your lungs. Try not to get them blocked. A bit of grit and you'll be in for quite a nasty shook. Last but not least, think of others. Selfishness is wrong. It's obvious, I know, but it'll help you get along. I think that's chaotic evil. I wonder who used to live here. Do you have any guesses? All right, I think my voice is getting a little dry. I'm gonna grab a drink. Just 2 seconds. back, baby. We're back. You can't see me, but we're back. Do this. Hello, it's me, Liam. That's not who you're expecting, I'm sure. We're gonna play standing. I think lawful evil would be replacing the last word of every single line with crick. Regardless. Chiam? What's a chiam? If that's some like popular like YouTube blog guy stream thing, then I don't know what to tell you. But it could also just be like a joke on my name. But like I don't know enough to know whether or not that's what just happened. I'm your host, Crick. It's me, Crick. Now, this is super secret, but I think you can be trusted. After all, you're human. Our kind might be disgusted. Oh, rhymed with trusted. Right. You might have noticed there's an extra pillow on the bed. Michelle has met a human, and they're going to be Crick. I'm somewhat scared of humans, but I'm sure this one's nice. Michelle's a connoisseur. Only the finest will Crick. I think that's lawful evil. I've got a policy. It's to ruin every rhyme the same way. It's like I knew. I like that the mini metal people have French accents. It's very cute. I guess this is an underwater puppy. An anglerfish. Are you fishing? Everything I know is turned on its head. I'm fishing for a fish fit for a dish to put before the queen. An official maker of Her Majesty meals, don't you know? What are you looking at me like that for? You humans fish for fish too, don't you? Why can't we? That guy's not rhyming. Is it only the ladies? I was obsessed with humans around 50 years ago, when their ship sailed overhead. I'd watch them from Crick. One sailor was a singer, and he sang a sweet refrain. Oh, how I wish I could hear that splendid voice. Crick. What's up? It causes some disquiet. Cause quite riot. You know these human beings. If you mean to harm our realm, I'll take this fork and split you from your heel to your helm. Okay, it's graphic. But you know what? I respect that. Where's the queen? Are you the queen? Who's the queen? I guess it makes sense that, you know, like vertical space, you probably use it differently if you're a mermaid, because you can like swim and stuff. So like that all adds up. Okay, well, what if it'll let me jump down?
I welcome you to Nautica, the land beneath the waves. What brings you, Prince of Dundrasil, down to these coral caves?
You know who I am.
Huh? How do you know he's the Prince of Dundrasil?
Because of lightning hands.
I have a second sight that touches every quarter, by which I keep abreast of all the news above the water. Of doomed love between men and mermaids, let us later speak. First, allow me to present the item that you seek.
Nice strappy top.
Behold the shining sphere of green, the orb you humans need. The treasures of the world above are marvelous indeed. Consider this my thanks for what you did for dear Michelle. Pray take it kindly, travelers, and may it serve you well.
Crick. Nice, we got the thing. Zuba-doo-bow, green orb.
I witnessed the whole sorry tale. It always breaks my heart. The tragedy of man and mermaid doomed to live apart. But while the mermaid's burden holds, such romances are blighted, and love between man and sea maiden fizzles unrequited. For years now I have sought a way to remedy this curse. Alas, my every effort ends in failure or worse. You humans cannot help but seem a fragile kind to we, who live 500 years and more down here beneath the sea. But though the flame of human life burns short, it burns so bright. You never cease to struggle. No, you push, you strive, you fight. And so your kind admire our kind, but we admire in turn. It is the world tree's will that from each other we should learn.
I think they have some sort of like world tree under the sea that's like a world kelp.
It was the world tree's will that brought Michelle and Kai together. I pray that in their next lives they may stay that way forever. So too was it the world tree's will that brought you here today. But now, dear luminary, you must be upon your way. So set sail on the tide of time that flows ceaselessly on. And if Yggdrasil wills it, we shall meet again anon.
Good use of the word anon.
Remember, though the paths we walk are filled with twists and turns, all roads lead from the tree of life, and to the tree return.
Awarded for easing Michelle's heart following her ill-fated interspecies romance. That's one way of putting it. What's this guy all about? Humans live on land and mermaids live between the sea. That's the way it'll always be. Still, in Queen Maria's eyes, we're all equal. Her Majesty's a magnanimous monarch, firm but fair. There you go. We could all learn a thing or two from her. Thanks, Asterisk. She's a big lady. She's bigger than the other mermaids. I wonder if there's like a thing about that. Are mermaids technically monsters in this game? Get me out of here! Oh, I can't just jump. Ooh, falling. I'm falling. I'm falling. We just wrote a pop song. I was obsessed with humans around a few years ago. Oh, now you got a quest for me. The songs he sang were nothing like the dirges of our nation. His merry melodies moved me to the state of exaltation. But after just a few short years, I heard the verse no more. Perhaps he left the crew and sings songs ashore. Oh, it's probably, what's his face? That's funny. Oh, I wonder. Usually with the... I told her the truth as well, but the plot has a way of forcing itself in these games, right? Probably Veronica would have been like, no, bad, tell her the truth. You dingus. The ship was brightly colored, silver, gold, chartreuse, and pink. Gondolia, I think. And you? Some sort of clue? Please find the boy again and have him sing the song anew. You mean like this sketch? What are we looking at here?
Now it's time to finish the...
Games where choices don't actually matter? Yeah, kinda. This is a game where choices don't actually matter. But that's okay. No one No one ever watched like Casablanca and being like, I wish I could have gotten him to not play the piano one more time. I think people are usually more. I'll check it out after the stream. How about that? How's that sound? How does that sound? Can we be good with that? Aww, I'm breaking your heart. Smash it in that Discord and I will watch it. I promise. Just trying to avoid the muted audio situation on Twitch because of playing the stuff off of the internet. You know how it goes. Yeah. Nautical was cool. I find it interesting how small all the cities are in this game. I'll watch your thing. I'm not refusing to watch your thing. I'm just saying that there's a time and a place for everything. I know it may not look like it, but I am a little busy. I'm a little tied up. Jeez, I don't even know where to go now. But I guess we can like use our sea portals to like jump around. Gotta get up, get down. I guess we can also like teleport because the boat's slow, relatively speaking. I think the thing that makes the boat feel slower than it really is the fights. It's just it's one thing to just be able to motor your boat away. It's another thing to like be interrupted and have to go. You're like, I don't even want this Pokemon. What's going on? Why are you doing this to me, Dragon Quest? Have you ever played the first Dragon Quest game there, Justin? Yeah, it's good. It's not a very long game. Especially if you're playing one of the updated versions, like not the original one from 1989 or whatever, but like the SNES port or whatever, with this like fixed EXP curve. It really doesn't take long to get through it. It's like 8-10 hour game max. Anyways, it's really good. But yeah, one of the things that really struck me when I played it for the first time is just like, oh man, this is so much like Pokemon. Pokemon borrows so much from this game. It was kind of shocking. I was really surprised. Not like but it's one of those things that you hear about. Do I have the Falcon earring? I don't think so. What's the Falcon earring do? Is it shaped like a bird? I've got the Tough Guy tattoo, which has some of the best flavor text of any item in the game so far. The Tough Guy tattoo is just a sticker. Yeah, I don't think I do. I wasn't able to shop with that shark. It's kind of too bad. Shark, we weren't able to communicate. Me and the shark. Have I been here? No, I don't think. I don't think so. I would have remembered that bridge. Bum 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 bum. The bridge is out. Eventually we're gonna get some ability to repair all the broken bridges in this world. Bum 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 bum. Mirror Stone. I wonder what that would be. If that has a real world equivalent. Or if that one's just 100% made up. Looks like there's pterodactyls, just like chilling. Just hanging out. Are you pumped for the next Pokemon game? Pokemon Sword and Shield? Pokemon SS? Lucidia Shard. I don't know what any of these things do. But I guess we got him, so that's cool. Another time I shot you. Gotcha. Yeah, I'm gonna take a pass on Sword and Shield. You know what game I am gonna get though? That's coming out soon. Accelerate. The Hades Condor. It's interesting, when I put Veronica off camera, you couldn't hear her anymore. So it means that the listener is somewhat attuned to the actual camera angle.
Thanks.
I wonder if that's in part the way that they're spatializing audio in this game. Shrug, you don't know? Well, I decided I'm actually gonna pick up that that ring fit thing. I have a good reason for it. I'll tell you why. So when I first the first was announced, I had that reaction that a lot of people have. It was like, I'm too cool. Video games are about like guns and like dragons. That was my first reaction. It's like, I don't know, fitness games aren't really for me. I ride my okay. I put a couple 100 kilometers on my bike every week and, you know, got my own little exercise regime going on here. I'm too cool for Ring Fit. I don't need this. The stigma being like only losers need a video game to work out or whatever. And then I kind of felt bad for having that knee-jerk reaction. And I also kind of don't like a false association there is between like bad health and being a video game fan person. Like there's somehow like video games equals sedentary lifestyle and Cheetos and Mountain Dew. And there's also some people in I know in this my live streaming audience who are excited about the game. And to top that off, I just because of changes to like my work situation, I'm working from home every day of the week now rather than just once or twice. And so like the amount of just like exercise I'm going to be getting from biking to work and back has just gone down. And so I thought to myself, you know what, I'm not going to be the dingus who makes this work. Instead, I'm going to embrace it. I've got two different things. I've got the perpetual day job, which depending upon the week is either 3 or 4 days a week, and then the rest of the time I do contract and freelance audio stuff, and then of course the rest of my time is focusing on developing Octorok as a profitable business. Octorok is already profitable, just very, 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 very slightly. It's not, yeah. Octorok's operations are in the black, but the people in the band aren't making an amount of money that you would really want to brag about. So I'm doing my best to phone home. You vote going north? Yeah, I was gonna go there too. I want to go to l'Académie de Notre Maître des Maladies or something. Erie. There's also Erie. Wherever it is, we're avoiding the plot. La 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 la. Yeah. So that's me. Working a day job 3 days a week, and then working as a freelancer the rest, and meanwhile socking away my pennies, saving up, investing my my time and energy into trying to turn Octorok into something that actually employs musicians. What an idea, paying musicians for their work. Bonjour, Wanderer. You are in possession of an unwanted mini medal? Then take the left fork and come to visit us at l'Académie de Notre Maître des Maladies. Don't know. Yeah, let's do it. La 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 la. Look at these silver birches. Are we in Canada? From the silver birch to the prairie. Thanks again for supporting Octorok as a patron. You're a true hero and a gentleman and a scholar, and you're very tall and have a great hairline. I'm in Quebec. Quebec is a nation inside of Canada, technically. Bienvenue au Montréal. Je suis Céline. This is our French boarding school. C'est bon, magnifique. Une slug. Comment on dit slug en français? Please? C'est quoi, gentil? He's got a metal thing on his thing. Is one of those guys a zombie? Neath the branches of the birches, daffodils sway and swing. In a song deemed not important enough to actually set to music. Here among the graceful gardens, budding young ladies sing. Okay, it's a zombie. We'll stride across the wide, wide world and hunt for many medals low and high. But our hearts live in forever. L'Académie de Notre Maître des Maladies. Hopefully someone will say that out loud, so I'll figure out what the hell's going on.
Allez, très bien. A splendid rendition, girls. Now, to your lesson. May you have a maximally fruitful day on your journey to become miniature ladies par excellence.
Splendid. Par excellence. It's definitely not a Quebec accent. Definitely not a Quebec accent.
Merci, Monsieur Médaille.
It's also not a Parisian accent. It's just kind of. It's just kind of made up, like all the other accents.
Merci, mesdemoiselles.
All the other accents in Dragon Quest. That's a lovely pirouette. Just a lovely pirouette.
What have we here?
Monsieur le
It is not
Petit
so
Prince.
often that we receive les visiteurs. It is a minimally common occurrence, in fact.
Minimally. We did a Naruto run.
I do not believe it. Young man, it must have been fate that brought you here. Destiny.
I love the music
La
though.
Providence. I sense a great power within you. A power of maximal significance.
This kind of music's hard to write.
There is much to discuss, but not out here, eh? Come to my office, and I will reveal all you need to know. It is nearby, a minimal distance. You will see.
This is definitely a not francophone, just aping a French accent. Like me. It's like if I read these lines. This is the accent I would come up with. But all the accents in Dragon Quest are like that. They're just all over the place. Inconsistent and weird. Statue called The Collectress. It depicts an elegant young lady picking up a gold medal in distinctly dignified fashion. There you go. Oh, hello there. Welcome to the Academy. You have met Monsieur Medel, the headmaster. He collects mini medals from all over the world. If you're looking for him, try his study. It's a little cottage just inside the main building. It's very pretty. Bonjour, bonjour tabla. Bienvenue à l'Académie de Notre Dame. In this school, the daughters of the finest families in all of Erdrea assemble and trained to become the ladies extraordinaire. The extraordinary ladies. Let's go down the well. I like how this is just a thing. In this world, whenever a well is uncovered, it just means it's filled with magic, treasure. No questions asked. Who built all these wells? Wanna get murdered by an alien? Ask me how. What's this royal soil for? Sure, one day I'll learn. Ooh, it's a slime hut. Psst. Do you want to hear something that's going to blow your mind? This hut is actually the holiday home of the mini-meddling monarch. Huh. Shadows. Rich people have such silly ideas all the time. I want to live like the mini-metals do. Is there a mini-metal hidden in here? That's right. That's right, baby. I just knew. I just have the touch. When you're writing in this style, you definitely get away with really simple, mostly diatonic melodies, eh? The ideal form that we seek to recreate in this is more or less, they're practicing stooping to pick metals up. It's amazing. And the little girl, dude. She's counting reps. That can't be true. Well, I just joined the school. I don't really know what that is. It's kind of cake, right? What are you doing with girl? Big girls say though. Do you think they'll let me have one? It's funny. You still got to work on your form. I love how silly and stupid this is. Good day, sir. We're proud members of Les Mademoiselle Magnifique. An exclusive club for the only most dedicated disciples of the grace and elegance. We're currently practicing the proper way to pick up mini medals. No self-reflection will be ever collect one other than this way. Whoa. Don't worry, I'm not a bad slime. I'm a goose slime. I'm practicing how to pick up mini medals like a graceful lady. With my bouncy body, I can pick them up 10 times faster than anybody else. Look at me goo! Chickens. I'm Zazzy, the leader of the roughest, toughest girl gang in the academy. We live by a single rule. Don't do bad things to good people, but stuff the rest of them. Problem is, I've kind of broken it. Have you met with Dan Wallop, our former teacher? She's one of the good guys, I guess, but I accidentally stole her favorite whip and threw it down there, you know. She makes both sweetness and light. When she gets angry, she's seriously scary. She finds out what I've done. She'll have my guts for garters. If I get a replacement, I might be able to get out of this without too much trouble. But it turns out you can only make them with fun-sized forge. Might as well face it, I'm stuffed. Hold on, you got some sort of globe-trotting adventure, right? You don't happen to pick up a fun-sized forge in your travels, have you? If you have it, it'd be amazing. Yeah, I'd love to. 3 medals. Let's do it. Top-notch witch. Top-notch whip. Thanks a million. Let's get started then. Find a set of instructions to make this type of whip in the library. Here you go. Lashings of class. Queen's whips. Madame Wallop's a classy lady, so no bog standard one. And we cut the mustard. Sorry to be a pain, but I'm gonna need a +1 version of the better. Slide. She'll watch while I grind Maple Story. How's Maple Story doing? Oh, don't even think of equipping it for yourself. She finds out a boy's hands and all over her special whip. We held the pail. My life's in your hands, adventure. Forge me a whip fit for a queen, and let me make amends. Making things right. Can I swing on this swing? Yay! Sort of. What are you fishing for? Probably fish. Never say die attitude, impatience. That's right. You gotta be patient to be a fisherman in order to fish. Great, you've picked up over 5k USD for my party by now, probably. Are you like planning on selling your account kind of thing? They say the academy was founded by a king in a faraway country, but I don't think that's true. All the kings I've read about live in enormous castles with vaults overflowing with gold and silver jewels. What are you worth interested in collecting mini medals? Nah, just selling loot? Oh, so you're not like selling your account, but you're just selling the stuff that you're finding on the ground. Chantal is a lovely singing voice. Even Monsieur Mange Tout. Monsieur Mange Tout is moved. Look at the way he's moving his little nose up and down. He's obviously choking back the tears. Tra-la-la-la-la. Hello, mister. My name's Chantal. Do you remember all the words this goes on? It's singing. Cool. Bell? It's like the Builder's Bell from Dragon Quest Builders. Look, I can make him do like a bunny hop. That's fun. What do you think your hourly is in terms of selling Maple Story stuff? Or is that something we shouldn't think about? is that too dangerous of a question to ask? You play for the fun? Good to hear. It's just also is nice to... Oh, sure, yeah. Buy the missing things. That's weird. It's also handy. Where'd you buy it from? This looks kind of good. It's getting better. Power of next strike doubled. It's good to know. Let's not overdo it. I'm glad I don't have to worry about your gaming addiction. Oh, pooter. Power of next strike is doubled, eh? I don't have enough, I don't have enough. Well, that was not good. We made it, or did we not? Failure. Oh, we got the thing. I can try to upgrade it. Try to maybe get lucky. 9 pearls. Well, I haven't exactly been using them. Because the equipment in the game has not really seemed to have mattered that much. Well, I used 10. Which is quite a bit. I don't know if I really needed it. Let's find out. Okay. Next strike is halved, eh? Let's do this. Yeah, this is looking way better already. Is this gonna be enough? No better than when I started. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do the thing at this point. How do you gain more smithing power? Do you just need to create a bunch of stuff? Do you just need to use it a lot? We can make this bunny suit and this swindler scarf. We can look like Sinbad. Yeah, I was kind of hoping to do the quest right away because I want those mini medals. I want them so bad right away. But I just need to wait. Which is fine. Which is fine. I'm a big boy, I can wait. Yeah, it seems like like actually forging stuff doesn't improve your forging ability. It's just like as you level up normally, you just get better. Perfection. There's never been a better Swindler's Scarf made in all of Erdrea than this one. I got 5 pearls. Okay. I bet I'm gonna need that. Yeah. Probably even again. There you go. Look at that. It's a beautiful hit. Oh yeah, I got lucky. No denying that. I also got lucky again. This game's a jerk. Took it from me. Took the 4 perfects from me. It's okay. We'll forgive it. As long as it gives me that Queen's Whip +1. Perfection. Boom, boom. It's possible. I'm sure there are things yet to be learned about the Dragon Quest. Fun-sized forgery. Ooh, this looks hard. Power of next strike doubled, you say? Got good use out of that. Power of next strike halved, you say? Yeah, this ain't gonna work. I guess like you make it no matter what, right? Oh. Failure. Farting sound. Well, I tried. Check mark for me. Boom, boom. Robe of Serenity. I don't know, I guess I can make it. Why not? Make another robe. Make another serene robe. Ooh, this looks like it's not gonna turn out well. Okay, maybe not so bad then. I love that, like, no matter what you make, even if it's like something out of cloth, you're just always hitting everything with a hammer. It's just like whatever. Yikes, that was a little close. There we are. Don't have enough focus. Yikes. Yeah, this game's this stuff is out of my element. Maybe I haven't been smithing stuff enough. Or forging stuff enough. I honestly don't know I don't know the rules. Like so many other things, I didn't really bother to figure out what the rules for creating stuff was. I guess there's a lot of stuff on this list that I've not bothered to make. Like this butterfly knife. Why don't we make one? Just for the fun of it, just for the thrill. Just for being a completionist. Just kidding, I'm no completionist. A double whammy. That was risky. Yeah, we'll try it. We'll try it. Oh well, didn't make it any worse. Didn't make it any worse. What else can we make? None of the weapons really seem to be that useful right now. Steel shield, already have that. Bunny ears. Mask. Let's make this helmet. Let's do it. We just try to make this cool helmet. Maybe I'm good enough at smithing now that I can do it. Sometimes you really just have to whack away at, eh? You just gotta apply some elbow grease. Hey, we're in the paint. So I feel like the best thing to do here is just to try to get any of them in place. The lightning bash costs a lot, eh? Like, I feel like that's probably better, having one perfect than having 4 that aren't finished. What do I know? Okay, didn't matter. Whatever, I got a helmet, it's fine. Boom, boom. Boom, boom. Boom, boom. Yeah, let's make some armor. Let's do it. I don't care. Just whatever. Doesn't matter how bad it is. We're gonna get an item out of it anyways. Hey, that works. Oops. Went too hard. Let's just try this. Hey, why not? Well, the game's being nice to me right now. Power of next strike is halved. I don't know. I guess I'm just trying to spend as little energy there as possible. Let's hope. Perfect. Hey, let's see what that gives me. I messed one up, but I got one perfect. Hopefully they equal each other out. More or less, I don't know. Who knows? Who even knows? Who even knows anymore? We're gonna play dress up. Hey, success, we'll count it. +1. I got some cool pearls. Yeah, it looks like your ability to forge things just tracks with your level. Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. Oh, look at my boy. Look at my boy. Look at my fancy boy. With a purple cape and everything? Jeez. Why would you dress up like anything else? So far, I've found it pretty good. It's definitely been helpful. It's definitely made my items more powerful and whatnot. The thing is more like the items are just not needed, if that makes sense. Now that's a look. The bunny. Power armor guy. The swindler. What a look that is. Oh boy. Yeah, so it's more been like it's more been an issue of like not so much that the forge hasn't been useful, but it's just like the items haven't been useful in general. Like I haven't lost a fight yet. I thought I was gonna lose the fight against the squid thing because I had characters who didn't have like items equipped, who had no skill points assigned, but I still ended up winning. Like my party wasn't even healed. Hi, it's me. I'm a Power Ranger. Oh, pearls are a thing too, I guess. Oh, I can spend them. Oh, I can buy pearls. I understand now. Ah, now it's this time, monsieur, huh? Well, you must return if you ever need perfectionist pearls. S'il vous plaît. Hello, Shari. This is the Academy Dormitory, where all our lovely little ladies eat, sleep, and dream. Normally, the bedrooms are strictly off limits for the boys, but for you, I can make an exception. Well, will you be staying with this ce soir? No? Oh la la, don't be so shy, Shari. Wow. Buy some stuff. The Hypno Whip. Silver Tiara. Those are expensive. Safety goggles. Ugh. I'm gonna get a pair of those. Put them in the equipment bag because they're silly. Oh. You just buy cool stuff here. Interesting. If you can just buy this stuff from the Funforge screen, why would you ever buy items from the item shop? That's what I want to know. What would be the purpose? Mini metal? Seed of life. Yeah, I haven't used any of those yet either. I've not used a single item that increases a stat. It just hasn't come up yet. Like, look at this. Where are they? Yeah, I have 8 seeds of skill. I might actually use those. But yeah, I have 8 unused seeds of skill. I'm not like bragging or whatever. I think it's just like the combat in this game is not hard. Oh, there's a cottage inside the building. That is ridiculous. Yeah, so far I've found the game very easy. Sliding doors inside. Amazing. Look at that, there's a little map. X marks the spot. Wonder what that's a drawing of. we did it. Well, I think I'm gonna end my adventure there for this evening. It's been a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to spending a little bit more time as a Power Ranger in the near future. Still has the same vertical jump he always did, even though he's now weighing a bazillion tons of armor, but hey, you know, why start picking on the game's realism now? Especially since our dude is currently hovering above some desks. Sort of not the point, right? Look at all these fun class 8s. Very silly. Alright, well, thanks for tuning in, everybody. Until next time, we're going to continue our journey in this boarding school that's not quite France. But that's Dragon Quest for you. Alright, have a good one.